Hitting record is like approaching a rabid pit bull while wearing a meat suit. It's scary as shit, but you really want to pet the pit bull. So today, which you probably can't fucking see me at all, we are rocking the Lumix S5 Mark II X with a Lumix 35mm. And if I seem like I'm uncomfortable, it's because I'm really unfucking comfortable. I don't like vlogging in public. Well, getting used to vlogging in public. I shouldn't say that I don't like it because I haven't fucking tried it until now. Just also trying to test this little lavalier mic and test the low light of the S5 Mark II, which by the looks of it, oh, it's not even focused. Hold on. Hold up a little there. You actually gonna change? Thank you. Alrighty. So, the issue with filming in Las Vegas and any sort of the nature trails at night, since you're working swing shift, is the fact that you're likely to run into somebody trying to sleep. You know, they try to find this nice secluded area and, oh, here comes Humpty Dumpty with the big ass fucking ears making noise. Whoop. Okay, now that we're on a less murdery side of the park, more well lit, less likely to get stabbed in the butt, let's try this again. Also doesn't help that I have this massive fucking full frame camera attached to a stick and I'm just walking around talking to myself like a madman. Eventually, people who actually do this for a living, do you get used to this shit? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe and that shit. Anyways, so the point of this video today, one, to do the tests on the equipment, check out the low light. Maybe I should just put you in auto ISO, because I'm an idiot. Automatic. Are you an auto? Auto? Alrighty. So, basically, point of this video is to set my expectations, I guess, or my goals for this year. Set my intentions for this year. One, I want to do a lot more shit that makes me uncomfortable, like this. Kind of get out of my comfort zone. Also, I highly intend to start saying no to a bunch of shit, setting boundaries that I wasn't setting before, and actually filling up the space that I walk in versus just kind of shrinking and not causing waves or just trying to be liked by everybody. Because, oh, hold on. Roll of thirds. All right. And just honestly, just kind of push forward and make sure that my work is my work and it's how I want it to do it, like how I want it to be. This is going to be completely unscripted, by the way, so I'm going to stumble and stammer, and that's okay. We're already working on my first little short film, which is great. Is that a playground? Yeah. It's a playground. Ugh. Anyway, let's go this way then. Also just trying to get my steps in for the day and accomplish stuff. Also want to stop putting myself at a disadvantage to help others. I want to get myself to the point where I can actually help, like lift myself up to the point where I can help others without putting myself at a massive disadvantage, because it really doesn't help anybody if I drown along with them. I want to make plenty of short films this year, especially now that I have the No Excuses camera. I have the No Excuses focal length. I have the No Excuses lens. No Excuses, means to actually edit this kind of shit. So basically, I pretty much eliminated all the excuses that I was giving myself. Oh, my camera doesn't have good autofocus. Oh, I don't have the right focal length to where I don't look like a rat every time I turn on the camera, or I have to extend arm way out. So this is definitely going to go up on the Veggie Van Gogh channel. Actually, you know what? I think I'll take a stroll down. It's getting dark and scary. There's a car there. Might go look at the gooses. Anyways, yeah, I really want to make sure that I have room for my creativity to halo. It is dark. There's that trail. It's cold as shit. Anyways, I'm massively uncomfortable. That's kind of how it should be. With all things in life, you want to take yourself out of your comfort zone so that way you actually have room to grow. Because you keep doing the shit that you're comfortable with, you'll stay exactly where you are. That being said, you probably don't want to put yourself into any life-threatening situations. Oh, T-Rex arming. Maybe I should have done the 24 millimeter. Anyways, I have that, so again, I've eliminated all my excuses, so the only step that I have left is to attack the things that are wrong within me. Ooh, that's a cool backlit look. Anyway. Yeah, the main problem is Las Vegas. Born and raised here. But you never know when you're going to get shanked. It's kind of the nature of the beast. Yeah, it looks like the lake's a little too dark right now as far as going that way. Yeah. Also, you don't want to just... Ooh, did y'all lose me? You also don't want to disturb anybody who's just kind of trying to survive out here. Which... I try my best not to be a nuisance to anyone. Well, it's also important... it's also important to fill up the space, but also don't make the space that you're filling a detriment to other people. So it's basically trying to find that balance between the two. Anyways, it's cold. I'm uncomfortable. I'll probably finish this where I can think straight and I'm not panicking because I'm vlogging out in public for the first time. Alright, bye. Alrighty, so this is about a day after the night recording. Pretty much just reviewed the footage, and I more or less got exactly what I wanted to say on the walk. There's a few things I missed, like how I want my work to go as far as like the content and everything like that. I want to make sure that my work definitely honors my faith. For those of you who don't know, I am a follower of Jesus Christ. I do my best to read the good word. I do fail, of course. Nobody's perfect. However, I wanted to do my absolute best to make sure that all of my work honors God, including like the wedding. Like, I want to shoot a bunch more wedding videos. I shot my first one in October of last year. I'll probably put some footage up right now. I absolutely adored it. It was a little unorthodox. Like I knew them already. It was shot in this beautiful backyard that lent itself perfectly for photography, and it was such great scenery. They had all these different decorations and stuff. It was amazing. The reason why I call it unorthodox is just because the bride and the groom showed up at the same time in the truck. We were doing the bride and groom pretty much did 90% of like the setup. I helped them out and took some pictures while they were setting it up. Um, the aisle was just kind of like this small stretch of the backyard, which funnily enough, I was asking where they were holding the service. I actually had the main camera facing the wrong direction. Thankfully, I had two cameras going the other way, and I was quick on the draw as far as getting my phone ready to film everybody walking down the aisle. But yeah, as soon as I was just kind of like, oh, they're not facing this way, they're facing that way, because there wasn't really a distinct aisle or anything like that. So that's definitely something that I learned pretty early on, thankfully, instead of just kind of like letting stuff go, or letting stuff get terrible. Because the wedding video, it still turned out great, beautiful. I definitely have a clear vision as to how I'm going to handle the next wedding, which is great. I've learned to ask plenty of questions, like not just, okay, so this is where you guys are holding the ceremony. Cool. Which way is the aisle? And stuff like that. Um, I already have like, well, I mean, this camera, which will be great because the previous camera was the Lumix S5, which is the step and a half down from this one. This is the Lumix S5 2X. So with this, I'll be able to have a no recording limit without the use of a Ninja V um, monitor, which was pretty much with the amount of storage that I had with the SSD. It was like 58 minutes of recording time, and that stuff gets expensive. So it's great to be able to just plug this directly into an SSD through the USB and just go ham on it, which is like, so glad that I did that. Let me go ahead and editor, take that shit out. You're not gonna do it, I know. I'm the editor, by the way. But yeah, and I just want to make sure that my work honors God, and then I kind of want to set up in the future. This may take years and years and years, but I want to make sure that like there's a place for stuff that honors God, like a place in like the media that honors God, and like there's movies that cover these awesome stories that are in the Bible, stuff that like even if it's just Christian based, like I'm pretty sure there's a few like Angel Studios. I think I remember Angel Studios doing some like Christian based stuff. I know when I went and saw Sound of Freedom, it seemed like there was something about like a nun in the previews. I can't exactly remember. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, it seemed like they're kind of doing a step in the right direction. But I want to make sure that there's like this flair and this style and this awesomeness to bring more people into the good word, and want to make sure that we cover all these cool stories, because pretty much we got Prince of Egypt, fantastic animation. If you haven't seen that, go and watch it. You got the Veggie Tales, of course. Veggie Tales are awesome. Then you got Joseph King of Dreams, which was made by the same people who made Prince of Egypt, another amazing film. Then you got stuff like Book of Eli, pretty cool. But it just seems like it's severely lacking. Passion of the Christ, I know that one made some waves, but it's an important, uncomfortable watch. Anyways, I digress. As far as that goes, I essentially want to make a space where people can create stuff for that. Yeah. Um, That's about it. Pretty much. As far as seems like I'm just as scattered as I was yesterday. Yeah, it just kind of seems like there's awesome stories that can be told, not only from like the good word either. I want to make sure that I make stuff that's just awesome. Stuff that like I'm not seeing in theaters, I'm not seeing on TV, I'm not seeing anywhere, like just kind of ideas that I pulled out of the ether, whether it's granted by God or if it's granted by me just being kind of like a spazzy nerd. Who's to say? But there's plenty of stories I want to tell. A lot of them later on as I get better at this whole filmmaking stuff. I want to make a lot of short films this year to make sure that I get used to. Okay, let's get used to scene composition. Let's get used to storyboarding. Let's get used to this. Let's get used to that. I want to get better at each piece of the craft so that way I can provide something of substance. And the best way that I've been told to provide good entertainment is to make stuff that you yourself want to watch. So there's a lot of storylines that I kind of want to see made in like take you out of brainy and put you onto paper and put you onto paper onto in front of camera and the put on front of camera onto screen. Unga bunga. I do words good. You can't tell me I don't. Um Anyway, that's pretty much all I got today. Thanks for listening to me ramble for way too long. I will talk to you guys in the next one of these. Hopefully, my thoughts are a little bit more concise. I'll be sure to have like a solid topic next time around, so it's not jumping all over the place. And you guys will see me in my next short film, which should be done relatively soon. Hopefully. All right. I'll catch you guys later.